We remain undefeated so far. Surely this can't last forever. We'll find out this episode. Hello everyone, this is Frank and this is the AJAX Assemble to say thank you for joining me again. I appreciate all the comments from yesterday's video. Yeah, really nice. Obviously we'll try to tune them up a little bit in between. I think I uploaded it with like an hour after just and then made it public. Quality takes ages. I don't know whether that's my internet or just YouTube and the way they work. It took a while for HD to load, so I apologise. So it'll be a bit more planning in my side when uploading. Either way, we'll get straight into it. We've got a lot of games to catch you up on. I think it was the Benfica game we last played. I can't remember because I got a bit excited and played on a little bit, but nothing major. Played a few weaker teams in the league and Celtic home and away, but other than that, more or less okay. Luca was 1-1. Luca scored in a 1-1 draw at Alkmaar away. Bit of an annoying game, but yeah, either way. We'll show you for the goals on this one, but it's worth showing. But didn't look good. We didn't play well particularly, and it just worried me because we've done this a few times. Not again. I mean, Alkmaar are not a bad team at all, and it's a cracking finish from Luca again. Getting a bit of love in the comments, Lorenzo Luca. I think everyone generally loves that boy. And this was Alkmaar's equaliser. Pavlidis beat Timber to the ball, and Timber losing in the air is quite rare. I mean, he's very hard to beat in the air. I don't know if it was after that game I started making a few changes, but yeah. So after that game, I just thought, oh, we're not playing as well as I'd like. So I changed it to this formation. It's a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder, like a regista. I moved the fullbacks on attacking. I wanted a bit more from the wide areas, but I also wanted this area just to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to explain, but I just saw something was missing, and I think it's done. I mean, since changing, look, we haven't lost, and this is what I think people get hung up on. Don't stick with something just because you're winning. You could be just on a good run of form. Look for areas where you can improve. Try and fix things before they become a big problem and you start losing games, which is what I try to do. We followed up with a 4-1 win against Go Ahead Eagles. They had 2 red cards, but they're quite late in the day. And we were 2-1. They were giving us a decent game, and then they lost their discipline, really, and just self-imploded. Larson played out to Tadic, who squared it, and bit of a ping-pong, but Nico Gonzalez managed to tap it away for his goal. And you'll see in the coming games I'll show you just after this, Gonzalez was just a problem. He scored again there with a tap-in, and I think Eagles will pull one back with a penalty, that's right. But Nico Gonzalez's performance just went from strength to strength. Bogus with another cracking free kick there, but some of the performances he's putting in were fantastic. Bergwijn squares to Brobby for our 4th goal of the game there. But sadly, he did pick up an injury, a 3 to 4 week injury. I'm not sure when it was. It might be the Celtic game away. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he got injured here. We'll show you the goals. And it was sad because he actually scored 2 goals playing a striker in this game. And the performance he pulled out of for this game away, because Celtic away is not a hard game. Sorry, not an easy game by any means. Obviously, Barca fell victim here a few times, but Gonzalez, he was in a vein of form, which was so sad because his injury just interrupted it. But as you see, 24 minutes in, he was just playing with that defence. First one was a thunderous effort, which he just slammed in, and the second one, more of a cultured finish. We more or less wrapped the game up in the 37th minute with Kudus with like a reverse chip, just looked across goal, placed it, and game was over by half time. He didn't have to do too much there, and it was those 3 goals were only 3 shots on target in the whole game, which was impressive. A really frustrating draw with Volendam there. Won't show you the goal. It wasn't very special, but a lackluster performance. We beat Celtic on the return leg. Not the return leg in our group, basically. It's not the knockout stage, obviously. You don't need me to explain to you that. With 2-0, Bergwijn and Brobby scoring the goals. Excelsior was a decent win. Brobby, Grilic and Tadic getting the goals. Grilic got a bit more game time because of the defensive midfielder than he has before, and he's been playing very well. Good to see him get a goal. And this was just our most recent game before the Benfica game. Tadic with a penalty and a goal against Volvik away. So this episode we'll probably play Benfica, Vitesse, and Juventus. So decent test. We are already qualified, which is a bit anticlimactic. We're both on 10 points, but our goal difference is much better than theirs. Obviously, love to finish top. Makes it a little bit easier with our draw, doesn't it? Benfica away is the one where let's just not mess this up, because if obviously we lose to Benfica, makes us pretty unlikely to get top of the group. We have to beat Juve at home and hope there's a well, our goal difference is okay, but I don't know. I always get confused how it really works. Either way, look, we'll get into the Benfica game. I'll pick a team, and I'll be back to you in 2 seconds. I'm paid to make the big calls, and I've made one. Fitzjim is going to be starting in that Mazzala attacking role. Kudus is quite knackered, so I don't want to really risk him. So I'm going to go for the team of Robbie, Bergwijn, Tadic, Taylor, Fitzjim, Grilic, Bassi, Blind, Bornau, Wrench, and Pasveer in goal again. Just as obviously a state of my intent, I've actually looked and started to do the new squad plan. No, what is it? Let me show you, because it's hard for me to explain. I'm still doing it myself. Not squad. Oh no, it is. It is. No, the scouting, recruitment focus. That's what I said. I'll do it again, because obviously they've already come back and told me. But I'll do this as well just to show you. Very cool feature. I like it. Create a recruitment focus. Goalkeeper top priority, because it is. We've got a 40-year-old, a 38-year-old, and someone who's not very good, who will never be good enough, basically. But yeah, I did that. They turned back 2 prospects, which I wasn't overly keen with, but I want to try and improve this goal kicking area. Pasveer's been cracking, but he's 38. I don't want to rely on him forever. He's had a long old career as well. So where's his career milestone? His history here. Whoa, long old career, isn't it? Either way, yeah. I made that's what I'm trying to do. In January, that's probably my main focus. Try to bring in the goalkeeper. Either way, let's get back into it. This is the team we're gone for. We've got Benfica away. It's a hard game. I'm quite confident, though, because I think Gonzalez is back with us today. I don't know if he'd be playing from the start. He's not. He's on the bench, is he? No, he's not. Oh, he responded to my... He said he was very confident with the shape of the attack. He's not in it, so I don't understand. Either way, it should be a good enough team to get us something. A draw here would be okay, but obviously Juve have already won, putting us under a bit of pressure. But we've been playing really well recently, and I hope it reflects on the camera as well. Obviously, I want us to see us do well. Robbie with a spin there. Bergwijn's got people left and right. It depends who you pick out. Florentino. Goncalo Ramos, who got sent off in the home fixture of this. Otamendi. Lucas Verissimo. Florentino Luis, who scored a screamer. Bassi's quite comfortable on the ball there. Kenneth Taylor. Blind. Back to Bassi. More attacking role now, and he's taking it to great advantage. He's up to the. Will he go all the way? Oh, Calvin Bassi's just pulled out a goal of. It's his first goal for Ajax, and it's. I'm going to say it. Diego Maradona-esque from Calvin Bassi. He picks the ball up from 80 yards from goal. He runs all the way through the middle. No one's tracking him. Florentino's trying to follow him, and he slots that away like a composed striker. Ruud van Nistelrooy in his prime. Calvin Bassi. I did not expect that to. Well, I didn't expect that in any way, shape, or form. The run was the most impressive bit. The finish was lovely too, but what a run! I just said he was enjoying the fullback on attack. Very much so. He hasn't done that yet, obviously, but that's something nice to see. Bit of defending though for us here, and someone's lost their man there in the back 4. Don't know who it was, but yeah, we'll see on the replay. That was pretty poor. I think it's is that ball now? Yeah, just too quick for him, as the commentator says. He's beat him to the ball. It's an easy goal for Benfica. We've given one there, really. Bornau, who's been imperious at the back. Yeah, imperious at the back, and sadly he's made an error very early on in this game. David Neres as well nearly scores after a cracking run of his own, but not to be. I will just give him like a focus here, because yeah, we should just calm down a bit. Kenneth Taylor's over a free kick now. Don't know if he's a goal scorer in any way, which way or form. He's hit it. Hits the woodwork. Not a bad effort. I don't think he's that type of. I don't think he's a free kick specialist. That's what I'm trying to say. Gilberto, who was another player sent off. Oh, is he going to give a penalty? He has given the penalty, but he'll check with VAR. It's really soft, but I don't think the game will overrule that. That's in the box. If he's give a foul, I don't think it is a penalty in any way. Which I don't think it's a foul, let alone a penalty. But he's give it because it's on the line, so it's got to be in. João Mario with a good chance to put Benfica 2-1 up here. He coolly slots it away. We're 2-1 down. Our undefeated record, as I said at the beginning of the video, is in peril. But we've got a long time to put this right. We're not going to be anywhere near that one, sadly. Okay, so sorry, we both played 5 games, so they played their game before us. So if even if we did lose, if we can beat them at home, we will finish top of the group. But obviously, we can go a long way. Oh, Rafa. Oh, sorry. Neris hit the post, but Rafa, I thought he was going to just tap it in for an empty net, but he did get the chance to be able to get to it. After our very bright start and the wonder goal from Bassi, we haven't done too much in, going forward at all, really. Ramos, is that onside? What's happened to our structure of our team there to allow that? Petar Musa just scores a screamer, but I'm very confused with what's happened with the team there. They look so disjointed. Yeah, caught napping would be right, as the commentator says down there, but how has that been allowed to happen? I mean, we don't see too much from the highlights, so I don't know why we were all that far forward, but yeah, that's not very good. At the end of the day, the job is basically done in the group. Obviously, it's never nice to lose, but we'll try and freshen up. They've been the better team by far, but that's not a great sign from what we've seen. Gilberto, Devon Wrench, Kenneth Taylor. Thought he was going to lose the ball, he didn't. Robbie tries to shoot from 40 odd yards away, and wasn't a terrible effort, but why? I'm asking myself why. Yuri Regier, man. We'll play a couple of the kids and bring them on. I think more or less the game is done now, sadly. So we'll make a few changes, freshen up a few legs because, yeah, I mean, if Rafa scored then that would have been game done and dusted. We're through, so let's give our kids a few minutes, important minutes in a big competition. Not happy with the structure. We give away 3 XG here, so we've been soundly beaten. But we've looked better in the second half. First half was a bit of a catastrophe, as you can tell. But other than that lovely goal we scored, we haven't done too much this game. So it's something to reflect on. Obviously, when we're playing Juve, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Ramos makes it 4-1. That's an easy goal for him. I don't know why he's checking with AR. I think that's well onside. I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, goal awarded. Team not looking very good at the back of this game. We've been soundly thumped. We were due. Our undefeated record is well and truly over now. 4-1 loss to Benfica. I think that was terrible. We didn't play well at all. We've not looked like that type of game for a while. I was thinking about this, but obviously looking at that game now and how exposed we were at the back, might drop that defensive bit to a half back so we can go in the middle of that 3. I know it's a one-off game and it's just a reaction to that, but it's just what I see. So I think I'm going to change straight away. Vitesse are actually in second, so this is a big game for us. We must beat them. I know we're 5 clear at the moment, but beating them will give us a bit of breathing room, and that's what we're looking for. Ideally, we want to wrap this league up as quick as we can. I don't know what's at PSV are a bit off the boil at the moment, 6 points clear of them, but beat them, still undefeated in the league, so we've got that thing to hold on to until next game when I make a mess of that as well. But yeah, beat Vitesse, got a lot of breathing room at the top of the league, so let's go to that, and here we are for the Vitesse game. And welcome back to Nico Gonzalez over here. Where's my mouse? There it is. There we go. Look, welcome back to Gonzalez over there. Grealish as well, coming in that new halfback role. Also dropped the fullbacks as support for this one. Don't think it's really what we're after. I don't know about overlap anymore. I'm trying to think of something I would change. I like the expressive. I like the whip crosses, work ball into box, play out from the back, short kicks and counters. Okay. Know about that. Oh, I actually did. I've not seen this before, so it's something I might play with. Outside. Ask the team to set a pressing trap design to funnel the ball into wide areas where the trap inside. Do trap inside. Stop. Don't care about crosses at all. Right, that'll do. Sorry, I was reading that. Like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that before. So we'll tick that on. That seems a bit more in line with what we're trying to do. I think we'll actually. Yeah, let's try and retain possession. That's standard. Let's drop that down. I don't think we need to be playing as intense on the ball. We'll drop that down a tad. Anyway, this is the team we've gone for. Kudus back in, and obviously Nico Gonzalez back as well, which is nice to see. The test, big game for us though. We need this one. They're in second, as I've stated before, obviously. But yeah, it'd be a good one to win. Hopefully we can do it. Thank God they've got an injury in the 6th minute, so that's good for us. Obviously, never nice to see someone injured, but take what you can get in this game if it helps. Grilich, Kudus over the top. Nico Gonzalez searching for it. He's got to the ball. He got a foot to it, and asked us for the test team has just given. He looks like he's just kicked him, just lashed out, but smart play from Nico. Been back for 10 seconds. Just got a touch on the ball. Any touch after that's a penalty, and he's won us one. Tadic, who is usually quite prolific on penalties, is stepping up now. Then he puts 1-0 up. He does. Bottom right-hand corner for the keeper, and couldn't get it. 7th goal of the season for Tadic as well. Evergreen, honestly, Dusan Tadic. Every time I try to do an AJAX save every year, genuinely. Even when I'm not doing YouTube, if I don't use them as my beta or my main save game, which I don't. I mean, I don't typically, but I always do an AJAX save. Love AJAX as a team. Just love the what is it? Like, just the culture of the club, the youth, everything. Tadic now. We've got a chance to break here. Mouse, I always please remind me to do that in the comments if the mouse is annoying you, because I always forget. Vindow, Kenneth Taylor, 2-0. Owen Vindow, what a cross that was. Kenneth Taylor just gets ahead on it and scores. 2-0 up in 35 minutes. Much better performance so far. Obviously, we're playing a lesser quality in opposition than Benfica, but as a unit, we look a bit better. I think the changes I've made have helped massively. That's a cracking cross from Vindow. If Taylor didn't score, we had 2 other players waiting to head that ball in. Looking good so far. Match momentum, as they says, scoreline indicates we're in control of the match. Batty, Grilich, 4 now. Made a mistake last game. Want to see a better performance from him. Already has a yellow though, which is a bit concerning. Nico Gonzalez traps it down with his shoulder. Did you see that? Pulled it into the middle of the box and coolly finishes. He's not missed a beat. Honestly, 3 weeks out, it looks like he hasn't been match fitness. Honestly, don't care. The man's quality. The way he took that ball down on the shoulder, chested it down again, and then with his left foot, poked it home. 3-0 before half time. He's probably wrapped the game up for us in the first half, he says cautiously. 3-0 at half time is what we want to see. Start the second half. No changes as of yet. We'll wait till like 60th, 70th minute. That's my typical time. I make changes. As the viewers, when do you typically make your changes in games? Like, am I doing it too late or too early? What's your rule of thumb? Because I always I either forget to make them or make them all at once in panic. I have no between. I either do 5 at once or I don't do any at all. And I'm waffling on, but Kudus has just put us 4-0 up. This is a proper performance now. This is exactly what I wanted after losing that first game. Calvin Bassey with one of his buccaneering runs forward. Taylor, Robbie, Kudus picks the ball up. You think he was going to go for another 1-2. No, he uses that left foot of his and places the ball past the keeper. 4-0. And this is our closest contender for the title so far. If you look at the table down there now, we've got a lovely 8-point lead currently. Obviously, it may decrease with 20 and PSV on 23. They can go to 26. They'll be a bit shorter, but what we want to see, a decent cushion for us to build on going into the World Cup. Arsenal's on the ball for Vitesse. Da Costa, big lump forward. Suleimani to the box. Good save from Pasveer. Good time to make changes now, as I was just talking about early. I think Robbie can come off. Having a good game, but let's bring on Luca. Winston Sal, always like bringing him on. Kaplan, let's give him some game time. Yeah, Yuri Regier. I quite like as well in real life. Bergwijn for Nico. I don't think he'll play the whole game. He's tired as it is. But what a performance on these return from injury. Mühlenstein out the wide to Manhoef. All blocked by the fullback there, but couldn't do anything. Thomas Boiting. What a man he was. Honestly, wonder kid a couple of FMs ago. Having a decent career, bless him. I know he's only 22, 23. Definitely not the £100 million player I sold to Real Madrid on FM18. But maybe he's got a chance. Or 19. I don't remember what FM was. Even 20. I don't actually remember what that was, but he used to be. a god among men as a wonder kid. I don't know if you all remember him. I mean, I'm sure he's still good. And bless him, he hasn't had a terrible career. I'm glad he's still at Vitesse. Looks like the game will tick through as 4-0. I'm happy with that result. It's a cracking win. Or could be a last goal here. Taylor's over a free kick. Left foot. Swings it in. Cracking save from Kel Sherpen there. And another highlight just ticks by randomly. But I think that'll be it now. The goal kick. Yeah, there's only a couple of seconds left. Sherpen over it. Not wasting time, but obviously deciding what to do. Costa. Big punt forward again. Vidovic. Witek. And that's a throw in. That'll be all she wrote. 4-0. What a win. We'll take that. Beat our nearest rivals 4-0 in the league race, that is. Give us a bit of a cushion to build on. And now we've got Juventus at home to decide who finishes first in our group. Quite important for us to do. Yep, give me 2 seconds. And now I have to have a bit of a think about this now, because now we've got some decisions to make in terms of team. Obviously, Juve, we drew with them away. But it's a hard type prospect even to play them at home and try to get something out of the game. But I'm going to have a little think about the team and I'll be back to you. Here we are for the Juventus game. Plenty of decisions to go through, but this is the team I've gone with. Pasveer, Wrench, Bornau, Blind, Bassi, Grilic, Tadic, Fitzjim, Gonzalez, Bergwijn and Brobby. We suffer from playing a couple of games midweek because we always have people that are either very unfit or just it is what it is, you know. It's what you have to deal with. I'm going to go for this team. We're at home. I fancy us, you know. I know, but we've got to deal with Dusan Vlahovic. This man is a killer on this game. I haven't played Haaland yet, obviously. I'm playing as AJAX, and I generally don't have another save other than this one at the moment. So this is all I've seen so far, but I'm dreading playing Haaland. Apparently, he's just a cheat code. I mean, he is in real life. Look, he scored another 2 today at the time of recording. Vlahovic there. Oh, it's the crossbar. 5 minutes in. But yeah, no, I always worry about the tall strikers in FM. It seems like also the meta on FIFA this year as well. The taller players, like that lengthy stuff. Just killer, especially on next gen, obviously, which is where that stuff is. Makes me want to play old gen again. Bassi. Turns into the box. Gonzalez. Siglio heads away. Gonzalez didn't actually jump for it. Bornau. To Blind. Very patient build up. I like this. Grilic. Tadic. Bergwijn. Over the top for Kian Fitzjim. Oh, he scored. What a finish from Kian Fitzjim. It's probably his first goal for AJAX. He is, yeah. That's his first goal. And what a finish that is against Juventus. A man who's getting a few more appearances now because, well, Kudus can't play every game. He's knackered, usually. His fitness obviously isn't great. But what a ball from Bergwijn. A touch from Kian Fitzjim. Doesn't even let it drop. One touch of the foot and the other one is to score with the same volley with the same boot he took the touch with. What a finish that is from the youngster. 19 years old. Definitely a performance now. I mean, obviously, if he goes on to have a very good game, so people are going to be looking around and watching this kid now. And more minutes are coming his way if he performs like that every game. The conveyor belt of AJAX and the youth players is churning on. It's a very quick first half. Not many highlights other than the fantastic goal from Kian Fitzjim. But we'll take that. I don't want a spectacle. I want the 3 points. I mean, even the draw will do us. We'll still be top. So I don't want to wish us into a drawing scenario. But long as it goes on like this, the better. Bonucci, Siglio, Kostic. Plays the ball in midfield. Rabiot. Oh, Blind with a cracking challenge. And Wrench has the wherewithal to play back to Pasveer. Bornau. Devin Wrench. Taking his time. Punts it forward. Kian Fitzjim's made another buccaneering run forward. Oh. And it's a save from... I think it's offside. But, what a run that was. We're into the 65th minute, so I'll try and make a few changes here. Tadic is looking a bit tired. Kudus is relatively tired, actually. Do it. Where's... Van Drongen. We'll bring on Amaricho Van Axel Dongen. This kid is meant to be the next big thing. Hasn't had a few minutes for us yet, but I see this as the... Why not? The grandest stage is usually the funnest one to bring people on for. Why not? Gonzalez is struggling as well, so bring on Francisco. And we'll leave the spare change just in case of injury. I don't want to throw this away. Kian Fitzjim over a corner. Swings it in. Locatelli heads away. Grilic. Robbie, is that going to be a goal? I think he could be partially offside, though, sadly. But if he isn't, that's a fantastic ball from Florian Grillitsch to actually find the pass for a start. We'll see now. Goal awarded. Brian Brobby is a poacher. This season, every goal is like that. He's usually so close to the goal, you think he's off, but the man has just ability to pick out a pass. Pick out that goal, and he's always on. He's just a lethal finisher. Florian Grillitsch gets massive awards here, and we see it again for the tight offside. He is just in line, and he doesn't need much, obviously, from that angle and that far away from goal on it. He just helps it on its way. Or Bremer hits the crossbar, a wicked volley as I'm speaking. And Locatelli will recycle possession for Juve. Di Maria. Van Drongen comes back. 2-0 up. Well deserved as well. Florian Grillitsch over a long free kick. Well over. Not much of a highlight there. I don't like highlights like that where they just show the free kick going miles over. By the way, I'm just going to pause and talk about this. Bornau can be very tired. I appreciate that. But Tom Gardner, who are you for a start? He's this is from Zoltlo, my assistant manager. Pretty good. I don't think Steven Berghuis can play centre back, so I'm going to ignore that bit of advice. I'm not going to click the button. But what are you doing? Is that a bug? Should I report it? I don't know. Bornau. Oh, wow. Florian Grillitsch gets a goal. Second of the season. Sebastian Bornau, massive header into Szczesny there. He couldn't do too much of it, but he managed to convert it from stopping it going in. But, he hit the crossbar, actually. No, not even. I give credit to Szczesny, but he didn't deserve none. Bornau, just a wicked header off the crossbar, and it fell to Grillitsch. He's got an empty net. That's 3-0 against Juventus. And what a win that is. 3-0. Very convincing. They did not have a shot on target. We played them off the park. Kian Fitzjim gets a massive round of applause. But Florian Grillitsch, an 8.8. Absolutely mental performance from him. Honestly, 100% of his crosses completed. His passing was very accurate. 96 passes. I'm sure on our pass map, everything was flowing through him, the halfback there, sitting in between those two centre-backs, and obviously even popping up with a goal. That's a Beckenbauer performance from Florian Grillitsch if I've ever saw one. Whoa. That was a cracking episode. We had a loss, but, it is what it is, isn't it? And if you see here now, obviously, we finished top of our group on 13 points. A lot better than I thought we'd do. I thought we'd go through, but second. And I thought Juve would smash it. They definitely didn't. They lost 2 games in a draw. So all open now. We're not too far away from our winter break now. So I will play forward. Sadly, we'll miss the PSV game off camera. But obviously, with our cushion in the league, I hope you will allow me to play forward a little bit, obviously. We'll come back in January, obviously. We'll play a couple of games here. Probably Volendam and Excelsior towards the end of January. And then in the next episode after that, I can show you if I've done any signings. Hopefully by those 2 games, you'll see there, Volendam and Excelsior. And obviously I might throw in the Canberra one as well. But we'll see how it goes for video. I might want to do the deadline day off camera because I can sit there for hours sometimes. I'm sure you too can as well. You as well can. So we'll come back for the Volendam and Excelsior game. Thank you for joining me this episode. My name's Frank. This is AJAX Assemble. Thanks for watching it. And I'll see you soon.